Hey folks, how's everyone doing? So I'm sure you all remember the cat pack concept that was going around a few months back, and nothing has been revealed on it for a while, and there were some speculations that the cat pack was going to end up pulling a mighty tracker, not being in the show but in some other forms such as merch. But it looks like we can put that aside because finally we have some new cat pack stuff to discuss about, more specifically, episodes. Or should I say, shorts. I'll explain why a little later in the video. So that's what we're going to be going over in this video, as well as the return of the original 5 shorts. So with that, let's dive right into it. To start off, let's go over what we already know about this sub-series so far. The cat pack will consist of these 4 cats who will be based on 4 different cat breeds, these being cheetah, jaguar, white tiger, and lion. And these cats will have their own special jumpsuit as well as a vehicle to go along with the breed they're representing. Wildcat, who last appeared in Motopups, will return in this sub-series as well, presumably representing the cheetah. The other 3 cats are named Leo, who is representing the lion, Rory, who is representing the white tiger, and Shade, who is representing the jaguar. And if you look at the 2 of the cats, specifically Shade and Rory, they both have eyelashes on them, which is a clear indication that they are female. I really like this decision. I mean, we need more female team members and villains in the series compared to males, who have been dominating the new characters on the side of that spectrum. So again, really glad to see that it's not males that are the majority of the new characters, and more females are being added. So for what it looks like, we will have 2 male cats and 2 female cats in this concept. So that's the recap on this, but now let's take a look at the shorts themselves. These were found on TVO Kids by TV Shows Fan on Twitter, so all credit goes to them, not me, for getting this information. There are 4 of these shorts that we know so far. And according to what TV Shows Fan was able to provide us, these 3 shorts that I have on the screen will air on April 16th, April 23rd, and April 30th, respectively. I presume in this order that I have here, but TV Shows Fan posted the dates in a separate comment, though he didn't provide the corresponding date with each short, so it's hard to tell which date goes with which. This one with Everest and Shade will air sometime in May, but the date is unknown. All these shorts will air in Canada first, unfortunately. I know there's a good amount of you who want to see these premiere in the US first, but it looks like that won't happen once again. But I'll try to get the link to these shorts whenever I can. So how these will work is that it will feature 1 cat pack member and 1 pup on each individual rescue. Like say for the first one we have Marshall and Leo, and the next one we have Sky and Rory. So it's pretty straightforward. Also, I have no idea as to why in the 3rd episode they called Wildcat just Wild in the description. I don't know if that's an error or not, just a bit confusing on that. Another interesting note is that if you look in the title for the episodes, you'll see something called Cat Pack / Paw Patrol Rescue. That's kind of a mouthful in my opinion, but it signifies a team up between the 2 factions, I guess. Also, if you look beside the episodes, more specifically the times, you'll see that these don't look like 22 or 11-minute episodes like they normally are. These are shorts, like I said before, but more specifically, the original 5 shorts. Now, I know they don't say it in the episode title, but it seems like that's what it's going to be. So that's what I'm going with. For recap, the original 5 shorts were introduced in the Charged Up sub-series, and there were a total of 5 in that sub-series. They then returned to Dino Rescue for a total of 6 shorts. So that raises the question, how many will we get with the cat pack? I'll presume it'd be around 5 or 8 of them, going around the estimate of the last 2 sub-series that had original 5 shorts. I assume each pup will be used in 1 episode, and each cat pack member in 2. So 8 would be the max, but I could be wrong. And that brings me to another point. Why are they only doing shorts of these instead of making 1 to 2 22-minute episodes that they usually do per sub-series, and then fill the rest of the tenure with 11-minute segmented episodes? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're doing this because maybe it costs them less to make these 5-minute episodes instead of these segmented or full-length episodes. Maybe because of the pandemic, maybe for not overloading the cast in every episode. I mean, 10 team members in 1 episode is overkill. 8 is good enough, but 10 is going too far. The final reasoning is because of time constraints, because the production of doing 3 themes for 2022. One of them is Rescue Nights, the others are Big Truck Pups, and the upcoming 22 TV movie. So doing all that in a year is probably too much on them. So doing the shorts won't take up much time compared to the full-length and segmented episodes. Now, could we see these longer eps in the future with the concept? I feel like we could, but the probability of that is slim because it looks like they're already jumping into it without an introductory episode, which is what every episode of the series has done with introducing a new team member or a villain, for that matter. But the fact that this may not have an introduction episode just eliminates the feeling of being introduced to these new members or villains. and they'll be rushing us right off the bat without any background on these characters. And honestly, that's one of the downgrades to the sub-series already. Now, there are two unknowns to this sub-series that I want to point out. The first is we don't know what the cats will look like in show animation. All we have is these concept arts for them, though we have an idea of what Wildcat will look like considering he appeared in the series before. The other thing is what gear and vehicles will the pups use during the sub-series. Well, I think they'll use their OG gear, as in the episode title they don't specify any sort of theme, other than the Cat Pack. The other could be their Motopups gear, since Wildcat last appeared in Motopups. I wouldn't be surprised if those gear and vehicles would return in the sub-series, so we'll have to wait and see on those. As for my thoughts on the synopsis, they aren't really that intriguing to me. They're just simple from what it seems, but I'm still going to watch these just because I want to get the cats' voices, so I can upload some voice lines from them, similar to what I did for Marshall's new voice last week. I enjoyed seeing your varying opinions on his new voice, which was pretty mixed, but you had your reasons for that decision, I respect it. So I'll be doing that again once the time comes. But anyway, that's all I got for today. Tell me what you think of the Cat Pack and the shorts themselves down in the comments below. With that, I will see you all again soon.